influences the culture influences the media influences the people, and the people influence politics. And then change happens. But it always starts with art.
Are about to soar. Groceries are going to gouge out the eyes of your income. Electronics are going to escalate, and car prices may very well crash the market. In essence, anything that requires import, whether a truck, a ship, or an aircraft, the price of oil impacts. From a micro perspective, think about how most of those, hear this, most of those in public housing don't have access to their own transportation, and how that spills over into their everyday lives. They have to drive further just to get fresh vegetables. Hence, we have urban food deserts. They are a distance from competitive schools. They are not near adequate health care and are not in proximity to purposeful employment. Forbes magazine says having access to your own transportation raises your income by 17%. But most of those in public housing don't have a car. Seemingly, my dear friends, it's a cycle that suppresses any prospect of economic success or achievement. I'm talking about you. You know the anxiety you experience when your car breaks down, because it's connected to everything else. Today, however, I boldly declare that you are going to drive through the generational curse of poverty. I better say that again. I said you are going to drive through the generational curse of poverty. India's humanitarian who inspired Black America's Martin Luther King Jr. said this, and I want you to write it down. I want you to have it. I want you to ruminate over it. Here's what Mahatma Gandhi said: the worst form of violence is poverty. Did you hear that?
YouTube, what's good? I want to come on here and talk to y'all real quick, man. I want to talk to y'all about what I call the Great Reset. Now, the Great Reset, right, it's all about this new age order that they're pushing out here. The Great Reset is about these people, right, resetting the whole world. Not only these people are these people resetting this whole world, but God is also working on resetting this whole world as well. Like I said, it's spiritual warfare out here. And this great reset is going to involve these mandates being pushed. It's going to involve these camps being placed upon these people. It's going to involve a lot of different things. Technology being placed amongst the people at an all-time high. Inflation is going to cause for prices to go up within school systems, within programs, within the cost of living. The cost of everyday life will be higher. It will be harder to live. The Great Reset is going to involve people being almost of a different culture, of a different race, of a different geography. And I say that because all of these things will chronologically align with Revelation. And these things have all something in common. Everything has something in common with these end times, right? This revelation, this end time revelation that everyone's been speaking about, this end time revelation that everyone's been preaching about, this end time revelation that's been broadcasted amongst the media, amongst the people, and amongst the airways. Nobody wants to talk about this great reset. Nobody wants to talk about what's getting ready to happen within the next couple of years. Hold on, y'all, I'm gonna walk down here. But nobody wants to talk about it. Why does nobody want to talk about it? Nobody wants to talk about it because nobody wants to be censored. Nobody wants to talk about it because nobody wants to catch the flack and be the black sheep in a culture full of followers. Nobody wants to talk about it because nobody really has awakened to self. Nobody really knows about what's going on because everybody still wants to turn up. Everybody still wants to be in their ways. Everybody still wants to be about the culture. But the culture, right, is failing. And Babylon is soon to fall. So we got to ask ourselves, Babylon is falling. And we got to ask ourselves, right, where do you think, how far do you think you are going to go in this country? How far? Do you really trust these politicians? Do you really trust this presidency? Do you really trust the people that give you this information, this false information, this falsehood of information, these false identities? Do you really trust this stuff? Gotta ask yourself that. But when you can come to the realization, like me, and other people like me, that this stuff is falsehood, that these people do not have your back, then you can truly awaken to what your purpose is. Then you can truly awaken to what you are called on this earth to do. And that's really awaken some of your people, because some of your people are lost. Meanwhile, Babylon is falling, the systems are failing, and people still can't see what's in front of their eyes. It's almost like, it almost reminds me of this movie called Don't Look Up. Why are they telling you not to look up? Because they want you to be asleep, man. All this stuff is leading to you being asleep. All these symbolism in these movies and the stuff like Netflix and all that. All this symbolism is showing you. My bad, y'all. But all this symbolism is showing you that they don't want you to look up. They don't want you to really look at what's going on in the world. Look at Mother Nature and how these natural disasters are happening rapidly. How everything is happening at such a fast pace. You feel me? How time is going by faster. This is about the Great Reset. This is about a whole world as you know it being completely different, shifting into a completely different paradigm, shifting into a completely different world. Man, look, they talked about 2012 and the Mayans and all that. You know, they like to talk about the calendars and all that. I don't believe in all that, but some of this stuff is relating to end times revelation, man. And they don't want you to look up. Now in this movie, right? In this movie, they don't look up. They were talking about and making fun of the fact that people like to make memes out of serious situations. You've seen it with Ukraine. We've seen it with Russia. We've seen it with China. We've seen it with Africa and the Ebola and coronavirus. Bro, they made fun of the fact that people make fun of themselves in serious situations in that movie. They made fun of the fact that people can have the truth smack dab in front of their face and still choose to live a lie. They made fun of that because every time they push these agendas, every time they push this stuff on you, and you sleep, and you still trying to keep up with the Kardashians, man. You still trying to keep up with this culture. Meanwhile, it's frying your whole brain. Every time you do it, they laughing at you. They like, look at them, we got them. Look at them, they ain't gonna never look up. They ain't gonna never wake up to who they truly are. Man, there was a whole meteor. It was a whole meteor headed towards these people, and they never looked up. They thought that judgment wasn't gonna hit them. That's a word right there. People think that judgment is not gonna hit this nation. People think that judgment, God is not gonna judge this nation because they are so comfortable. America has gotten so comfortable to the fact that they think that they are untouched. They think that they are untouchable just because something has not happened to them. That's a negative way to think, man. That's not a mindset that you want. That's not a mindset that's gonna push you forward. And when you think like that, right, it's dangerous because now you get comfortable. Now you get so comfortable to the fact that whenever it does hit, whenever judgment does hit, you'll never see it coming. And your life is gonna flash behind. It's gonna flash in front of your eyes because meanwhile, you was doing all this and partying and drinking and smoking, right? Indulging. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah, the whole place gonna turn into pillar of salt. Ooh, my bad, y'all. It's a bug right there on my arm. America gonna turn into a whole pillar of salt. Meanwhile, people are still indulging. That's why they say don't look up, don't look back. Are you gonna turn into salt? You're gonna turn into salt. Don't look back at what you left behind. Don't look back at where you once were. Don't look back at the people that you had to leave behind on your journey. Don't look back at that. It's in the past for a reason. And when you look back, you turn to a pillar of salt because now it's gonna be even harder to get out of once was already hard enough to get out of. When you return back to your vomit, just like a dog on a leash, and your master, your owner, has you all over again. And it's hard. It's even harder to turn back. It's even harder to come out of what you were already delivered from. You see, the people, the Hebrews and all that, Hebrew Israelites and all that, I guess you could say, they were delivered from Egypt, but they were complaining, y'all. Why were they complaining? Because people were never satisfied. The flesh is never satisfied. People are never satisfied. No matter how much we get, no matter how much we are owed, no matter how much, we are always never satisfied. And then we end up, right? We end up getting paying the cost for it. Because now you got a generation that's going so far to be validated that now it's causing for people to step outside of themselves. It's causing for chaos. It's causing for inauthenticity. It's causing for unorderly functions, unorderly rules to be set. No rules, okay? They don't want rules anymore. They don't want rules anymore. When you live a life without rules, you get a country that is sick, that is godless, that has no fear of God, and has no fear of what is being done to them in their own country. Instead, they laugh at it. Instead, it's a meme, it's a joke. Instead, it's something that just be brushed off of because it's not happening to them right away. You don't want things to happen to you right away because you are so comfortable living in a certain way that you are not able to look at yourself and your circumstance and your situation and truly observe yourself and change. Man, this is dangerous because a lot of us are in this situation in that movie, y'all, you had people, scientists and all that were so like confused because they were like, these people are sitting at home, they're still at these bars and all that, they're still going out celebrating, doing whatever they do, and they're not looking up. They're not looking up the facts. They're just trusting these government systems. They're just trusting these people, and they're not even trying to question anything. And we're telling it to their faces. Look up. We're telling y'all to y'all faces. We're telling it to y'all faces that we are in the end times. We are in a global pandemic. We're in the end times, bro. And they telling these people this, and they still won't look up. They still won't do what's right. They still won't get their lives together. You know what they did? They wanted to act right. They wanted to get their life together at the last minute. But what happens when the last minute comes? Today, tomorrow, what you gonna do? What is you gonna do? You ain't gonna be able to do nothing because we never prepared. We never took the situation serious. We never took the time serious. So now, when judgment comes, when Babylon falls, when Sodom and Gomorrah turns into that pillar of salt, then nobody's ready. Nobody ready to pay the price. Nobody ready to march forward and step into who they truly are. Nobody's ready. Why? Because nobody prepared. Nobody brushed it off, and everybody brushed it off and took it, you feel me, as a joke. And so the asteroid hit, and it ended up killing everybody. Nobody survived. Not even the people that tried to think that they was gonna skyrocket their ass, excuse my language, outside the US, outside this world. Because that's what they want to do. Let's just be honest. What they want to do is they want to set up a plan, right? And they want to leave you behind because they know judgment is going to hit this earth like no other. They want to set up a plan. They want to leave you behind because they know what's coming for them and for whoever is included within this system. Whoever likes this system, whoever likes this world, whoever likes what's going on in this world, whoever enjoys and indulges with what they enjoy and indulge, they're going to be caught up too. And they want to leave you behind thinking that they're going to find some other planet to go to, which is ridiculous. Thinking that they're going to find, right, I don't know if I got something on me, but thinking that they're going to find, right, something different. Listen, man, you can travel space. You can go wherever the heck you want to go. You will never be able to get out of the grips of God's wrath, of God's judgment on this earth. You won't be able to escape that. That's going to be something that's going to hit everybody. Everybody going to have to be judged, but these people think, just like at Independence Day, they think, right, that they're going to get away from judgment. They think they finna be scot-free. They think they finna live a good life somewhere else on another planet. And they ain't gonna be judged. That's what they think. But eventually, y'all, in that movie, they all ended up dying. They went to that whatever planet, Mars or something like that, and they still ended up dying. Because I guess they got ate up by these unknown creatures or something like that. Everybody wanted to talk about aliens. They talked about that too. Aliens. There's another species out there that's gonna welcome us. Everybody thinks there's another species out there, right, that's gonna be cool with us. Man, and even if you do find out about aliens, even if you do find out about another species, they're gonna want to kill you, bro. They're gonna want to experiment on you. They're gonna want to. These aren't human beings that we're dealing with. Even if it is true, it's not human. You feel me? It's not regular. It's not no natural thing. These aren't natural beings, you feel me? These are unnatural beings that we're talking about. And y'all think they're gonna be buddy-buddy because the media warmed it up for you. The media made it seem like these extraterrestrials or these things are just, you understand, something to laugh at or something to marvel, something to be enamored by, something to admire and ravel by. No, man, like these are beings that want to kill you, that have your worst interest in heart. These are not empathetic beings, bro. So meanwhile, people are trying to tap into this otherworldly stuff. You're inviting a portal for things to come in and take over the world as we know it. You're inviting that. People are inviting things in to take over themselves. I'm talking about spiritual stuff. Because they think that it's eco-friendly. They think that it's on their side. It's just like New Age spiritualism. They think that these things, I guess these ancestors are on their side. No. These are things that were ancient before you. They do not have your best interest in heart. They will lead you down a path and leave you there. These aliens that y'all talk about will lead you down a path and leave you there. You understand? So it's important not to get caught up in all these things that only bring as a distraction. That's what it was. The movie was a distraction. The movie was about a distraction. The movie was about people being distracted amongst themselves and never waking up and never looking up and never stepping up to their own responsibilities in life. And they ended up paying the cost for it and dying and whatever they were doing. That's what it was. And so now, people got to make a decision, man. Just like we all have to make a decision. Who are you going to serve? Because sooner or later, you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to make a choice. We all going to have to make a choice. Who we going to be? Who are you going to be in these times? Who are you going to truly be? But you could only answer that for yourself. Nobody else can help you answer that. Nobody else can help you out with that. Nobody else can help you step into your own true power, into your own true self. Only God can do that. But who is really out here looking for answers? You gotta be out here questioning things. You gotta be out here looking for answers. You gotta question things. You gotta question people. You gotta question your environment. You gotta question these things because nobody thinks anymore. Nobody does. Nobody likes to think. Nobody likes to ask questions. They don't want you to ask questions because asking questions leads to emotional intelligence. Asking questions leads to having your own mindset. Asking questions leads to you having your own thought process and ability to comprehend things. People have lost their ability to comprehend things because they don't ask questions anymore. And that's what they want you to stop doing. They want you to stop asking questions. They want you to stop questioning things. They make people who question things seem like they're crazy because they can ask the questions, because they can stop thinking the same as everybody else like a sheep. Man, you gotta be different, bro. You have to be. If you truly want to find out, the truth about a lot of these things that goes on in your own world, within your own environments, within your own self, then you have got to ask questions about everything. Don't lean onto your own understanding. But when it does come to questioning things, ask for God's guidance in the process, and He will guide you. And if you ask for God's guidance, He will order your steps, and He will order you into a direction that is righteous, that you can be able to see, that you can be able to pinpoint. It's not confusion, it's not anger, it's not malice, it's not all these other things external. It's internal, it's peace, it's love, it's tranquility, it's being able to cope with people, it's being able to cope with your environment, your surroundings, yourself. That's what you want. That's what the higher vibration or higher self, that's what they talk about. You understand? Now, I don't believe in all that higher self talk, but it is real stuff, you know, but they turn it and make it bad. You understand that? But this is what we talk about when we are talking about raising your vibration. That's what we're talking about. And a lot of people are very low. They're at a very low standpoint in life because nobody can question anything anymore. Nobody likes to question. Nobody likes to observe. Everybody just likes to get along. Everybody just likes to stay in the pack just to be accepted. Nobody wants to be a leader, man. Nobody really wants to be that. Everybody likes to talk the talk, but not walk the walk. It's more than just talking. You gotta really walk this stuff, man. Like I'm doing now, I'm really walking. I'm really outside walking, enjoying myself, enjoying my time, enjoying my own company. Can you enjoy your own company? Can you really enjoy yourself? Do you really love yourself like you do? Or you would do things that concern yourself in healthy manners, in healthy ways. You would do those things. So I'm gonna leave y'all off with that. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hope y'all have a blessed day. I'm out. I'll probably be posting, I don't know, 2-3 videos out today if they take my channel off strike, or this might be on the Patreon. I really don't know yet. We'll have to see, because they've been trying to strike and take down my channel. They're trying to take down what I've built. So y'all gonna have to join me on the Patreon. I'll make a separate video for that too. Anyway, I'll be seeing y'all. Stay up, stay conscious, stay aware. And if you don't stand for nothing, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. That's my slogan. And we out. Deuces, YouTube.